The steel drum plays, the sound tumbles over the breeze, and the palm trees sway just like dancers in the glow of the midnight sea. In the glow of the midnight sea. Feel you respond to the touch of my hand, and you're slick as the seals that come upon the land. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. You're so far away, the steel drum plays, the sound tumbles over the breeze, and the palm trees sway just like dancers in the glow of the midnight sea. In the glow of the midnight sea. Small diamonds it takes to light up the water like the love that we make. I'll hold you till morning or whenever you wake. 'Cause you glow like the midnight sea. Yes, you glow like the midnight sea. Thanks so much. Just so fun to be back here this year. I'm delighted. It's a blast, and great to meet some new friends and see old friends. It's nothing better than that. So I actually am in the process of recording a new album since I was here last time, and it's mostly been recorded, but it's now going to be mixed, and that's going to take several months. So it probably won't be out until 2016, but I thought I might play a song or two from that, just to give you a little sneak preview. It's going to be a little unusual in that I have a dubious past. As some of you know, I used to teach philosophy. So this is the first time I've ever attempted anything like this, but on this new album I'm actually going to combine my present and past occupations, and it's going to be philosophically themed. So all the songs on the record will have some connection to either a famous philosopher or a philosophical question. Some obvious, some not. So this was written about my favorite philosopher, whose name was Baruch Spinoza. That was his given name. He changed it. He was born in Amsterdam, 17th century, and he...
Our Amsterdam?
What's that?
Our Amsterdam?
Yeah, he was born in the Jewish community in Amsterdam. And most of the Jews in Amsterdam at that time had fled the Inquisition. So his family was from Portugal. And it was pretty, they were very liberal in Holland, and they welcomed the Jews there, but basically the Jewish community was very tightly controlled, and so anybody whose views were too different could get in trouble. And when he was about 23, he started espousing some views that were not sort of in line with the accepted doctrines, and he was kicked out of the Jewish community. So he became Benedict Spinoza, which Benedict is the Latin word for blessed, same as Baruch in Hebrew. So he's sometimes known as Benedict Spinoza, Baruch Spinoza. I think he was kind of a man ahead of his time. Anyway, he wrote a big book called The Ethics, which he tried to prove the existence of God in geometrical proof. So pretty amazing stuff. And as far as I know, there haven't been a lot of songs about him, so I thought that had to be rectified. It was my job to do it. This is called Spinoza's Dream. Baruch, but now I'm Benedict. They called me heretic, but still I'm blessed. I had a dream, saw it was all the same. Nature and God, two names for everything. But my words, they land in silence like the snow on the canals. How many years until they hear me and understand the dream I had and realize the oneness of it all? evidence of peace and tolerance in every heart. I wrote it down in geometric proof to try to share the truth with one and all. But my words, they land in silence like the snow on the canal. How many years until they hear me and understand the dream I had and realize the oneness of it all? And so I wait and grind my lenses here to try to make things clear, but still I'm blessed, and still I'm blessed, and still I'm blessed. So Spinoza finally gets a song. Yeah. Thanks. Now this song, shouldn't be playing all these new songs. I'm gonna try and play this one if I can. Sometimes you write songs and they're even more timely than you think they're gonna be. I was watching Facebook the other day or something, and I saw a post about some refugees from Syria that wound up drowning and washing up on the coast, I think, of Turkey. Is that right? Just horrendous stuff. And I thought, wow, I do have to get this song out there. So this is actually a song that connects to a different philosopher, a British philosopher named Thomas Hobbes. And he wrote a book called Leviathan about political theory. He talks a lot about what life would be like in the state of war. In other words, with no government, what would life be like? It was basically an argument in favor of monarchy, of having a strong monarchy. The song's not necessarily endorsing that, but I did steal one line of it directly from Thomas Hobbes. This is my Hobbesian song, and I changed state of war to time of war. So this is called Time of War. Pack a bundle and we'll leave tonight. Oh my darling, this is not our fight. When the battle is raging, there'll be no place to stand to the side. If we don't reach the border by dawn, there'll be no place to hide. How can love survive in a time of war? Life is solitary, short, nasty, brutish and poor. The heart grows weary and battle sore. How can love survive in a time of war? In this camp there is no privacy, hardly human, we're just refugees. Tent is so crowded, we're like animals trapped in a pen. I don't think we'll see our friends or our families again. very short, nasty punishing bore. The heart grows weary and the battle's sore. How can love survive in a time of war? In a time of war. In a time of war. So, see what happened? My guitar went out of tune, just kept going, right? Just keep on, and then try and find workarounds. Just try and avoid the string that's out, figure out which one it is. See, it was right in the middle. Couldn't even, right? You just keep going. So that's, it's kind of a heavy topic, so I figured good to do something a little different after that. And I think when I was here last year, we did this one, and got Vanessa playing the cajon on it. So why don't we have a reprise of that? This is actually one you can help me sing. I don't mind if you sing on any of them. The more the merrier. And it's actually another very timely song, even though I wrote it a long time ago. Very timely this year. I was just up in Seattle last weekend. Nearly got killed by a piece of modern art that blew over in the huge wind they had there. I was at a farmer's market. Giant metal sculpture came crashing down on me. But I'm here to tell the tale, so. That's not the sing-along part. They're catching stingray in Washington State. Down south, there's nothing but drought. There's brush fires all over Australia. And in the north, it's flooding them out. The trade winds are stuck in the doldrums. play you the song. This is going to be a much better version than I probably did back at the Royal Albert Hall, because I've had a few times to practice it since then. Dreams of glory in his mind, and now he's made that long, hard climb. It took so long just to reach this day. Now he must travel far away, just like Adam and Eve in the time before the fall. Babes in the woods, thinking they could have it all, but you just can't have it all. No, you just can't have it all. Back at Harvard, she excelled, and everything she does so well. The perfect woman, the perfect mom, but now she wonders where all her joy has gone. Just like Adam and Eve in the time before the fall. Babes in the woods, thinking they could have it all, but you just can't have it all. No, you just can't have it all. Well, it's a Faustian bargain, some kind of devil's deal, trading time and love for money, losing touch with what is real. Beneath the fig tree, under a vine, with few possessions, but feeling fine. As loves rekindle and pressures lift, and they rejoice in nature's gift. Just like Adam and Eve in the time before the fall. Babes in the woods, thinking they could have it all, but you just can't have it all. No, you just can't have it all. Thanks so much. So the bizarre postscript to that story is that wound up coming back and playing three times more since that first time that I played there with him. It's crazy. We came back in 2013 and played with a full band doing the Year of the Cat album with pretty much all the surviving people who played on Year of the Cat. And then this last year we came back again and did 2 shows doing Year of the Cat and the Past, Present, and Future album, probably his best, with that same band. And even crazier than that, I just mostly finished recording an album in Wales with that band, the guys that I grew up listening to. And we're going to do the CD release concert next year. Guess where? At the Royal Albert Hall, April 6th. It's not on my website yet. We haven't announced it, but I'm going to be doing the smaller room at the Royal Albert Hall. So if anybody feels like taking a vacation, do some Dave tourism, come to England next year and catch a few different shows on the tour, and come out and support the crazy CD release concert for Spinozas Dream.
Excellent.
Oh, and the other crazy thing is I made t-shirts for next year's tour in Europe, my first ever solo tour over there. And we sold them on the British tour this past year. We made 100 shirts, and that's all we're gonna make. And they're all gone except for a very tiny handful, which I brought back. And I've got 2 that are left over. They're both smalls. But they've got all the tour dates for next year. And the deal is anybody wearing one of those shirts, if they show up at a gig on that tour, gets a free CD. Because I just thought,
We'll make it worth the trip.
yeah. So yeah, pick up a shirt tonight and then just come on over to England next year and get your CD. It's all good. So we
stage manager and say I know Dave.
exactly show up, talk to the stage manager. I'm a friend of Dave Nachmanoff. In this case, it'll actually be true. They say I know him from guitar camp, and they'll be like, yeah, come on in. It's all good. So you probably want to get the
Yeah,
open
no,
mic
that's okay.
back
We're in
on.
good shape. But you guys, thanks again, Dave. And,